sound volume because I'm literally playing you out of my phone into my computer. Hello everyone! Or all three people.
Hi guys!
Whoa, okay, that's loud. It's Theo and Jeremiah, the dynamic duo that I always argue with. So, we are doing collab because it's something that both of us wanted to do for a long time. And as a random idea, we both decided to do something about Daniel. Daniel's story, I guess. Yes. And I am unable to read people's comments, so Bella will be in charge of that.
Yes, I'm in charge. I'm captain of the universe.
So, this is about an hour ago we decided to do this, and I had to rush getting everything ready, so we really don't know what we're doing. I don't really know how to start this. Do you want to read out of Daniel first, or do you want to talk to people first and wait for more people to join the stream, or what?
We should probably talk to people first. I don't know. It's like my first time doing this, so
Yeah.
I'll get like my nerves out and stuff.
Okay. It'd also be good to have people tell me whether the sound is good or not, because I don't know if they can hear you.
Yeah. Well, hello everyone. This is gonna be so great. So fun. Well, the stream looks so cute. Like, I know it didn't go like exactly the way that you wanted to go, but it looks so cute. It looks so cute. A little sparkly.
Little scrumpy guys.
Yeah.
It's probably the fastest I've ever drawn something in my life, was trying to draw both of our characters. Like, speed run it.
Theo says that he can barely hear me.
Okay, I'll turn up your volume then.
Cool.
That should be full volume, and I'll move the mic down closer to you just to make sure.
Hi, Jeremiah.
It's so loud for me, but I guess it's working for you.
So how does it like sound for you guys in chat? Is it okay now? Hopefully I'm not like making Sierra's ears bleed.
Just a little bit, it's fine.
It's fine, we'll pray for it later, you know?
Yeah.
Heal the
Lay
ears.
my hands on for me. Also music volume is something I need to check because I'm not listening to it right now, so I don't know how loud it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, I'm just
Like,
gonna
I'll check now.
I'll set the stream up for, so now people can see what I see when I'm watching my stream.
Yeah.
I could be like, Bella, it should be okay though. No, it's not like I'm even home right now, so I can't listen. Oh, so Jeremiah can't hear us at all. Anyways. Oh yeah, it's fine. You can turn it down for serious bleeding. It's fine. I'm a teenager. I can survive it. How long do you want to wait till we like start doing actual things? There's 6 viewers, which is pretty good. She might be dying.
I'm just explaining to my dad how live streams work, and he's just like, am I muted? And I'm like, they can't hear you unless you're like actually collabing with the creators. And I'm like, unless you type in the chat. And he's like, a chat? What's that? And I'm like, oh my god. The only collab he's done is a conference call, apparently. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you can type. Or like, leave a like. You got this.
Everyone say hi to Bella's dad.
And I'm like,
Oh goodness. Hello, Joel Carrasco. A new person, unless someone changed their name.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh.
Oh my god, he just leaked my last name? Oh my god.
You
It's the end of the world.
just got doxxed by your own dad.
You're not, I can't understand. You're not, you don't have a voice. You don't,
Okay,
you don't
I
have
only
to
have
be.
chat. I agree.
Yes, you only have chat.
Why talk? You can't hear.
No, only your FBI agent can hear you. He was like freaking out. He's so cute. He's just like, how do I be frantically?
No, he could totally be part of the stream if he wants to be. Carrasco is such a fun last name, though.
Yeah. It's not quite Bella Carrasco. It's like my full name. But I'm sure there's like a lot of repeats. I know my family, we have like at least another Bella. So, it's not that big of an information.
Bro, I told everyone my middle name already.
Yeah, my middle name's Hope. Oh my god, I'm just leaking so much information right now.
Ella
On a
Hope
roll.
Carrasco.
Yep.
I know everything now.
Yeah,
I
you
probably won't
do.
remember in like 3 days, though, but that's just me. So whenever you're ready to actually like do stuff, we can do it, but I don't really know what that entitles, because, yes. I don't even remember how I did it with Sunday. I think we just like chose a topic and she had me rant for like 15 minutes about it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to like rely on you for like the hard information, like not like hard as in difficulty, but like as in like solid information.
Oh boy.
And then
I should not be trusted with this.
I don't know. I didn't. I guess we could like start off. So we're gonna be talking about Daniel, right?
Yeah. We could just
Daniel
read the
the
entire
Lion's
book
Den.
of Daniel.
Yeah, we could read, and then we could just like, or should we do like a summary, and then read, or
Oh yeah,
and
I
then
can find a
like
summary.
draw connections?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
then like read like, you want to, the biggest thing to probably talk about is the Lion's Den, which is, you know, the most famous story from the book of Daniel. So we could actually read that one, and we could read the summary of the rest of the book, because it's a really good book.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get my Bible.
I don't have a summary in my Bible. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have a summary. So,
BibleApp.com? Oh shit, my browser just gave everyone.
my mom said that the music was too loud.
The music?
Yeah.
I will turn that down then.
Okay, so from what I sped read and also just information that I kind of already know, so the people that worked with the king were seeking more power and were jealous of Daniel and his connection to the king, especially the fact that Daniel and the king they didn't meet eye to eye, but they were very powerful and close, strong friends. So it was kind of like this guy comes out of nowhere and he has these opposing views, but he's so close to the king and he technically has power in the way that they see it. He has power because he's close to the king.
He's one of the highest up authorities in the kingdom.
Yeah. So they sort of made a plan, and it was funny because as I was doing the research, I was just like, how does this plan work? So they made a plan, and they made a sort of contract for the king to sign that there could be no praising any religious things unless it was to the king.
Right.
And of course Daniel's like, well, that's like a target to me, so like I'm not gonna listen to that because like that's so random, like some of the laws and stuff.
Right.
And like sort of online things that we have to go through where it's like, that's ridiculous, why would you do that? really are abusing your power, right?
Yeah.
So that proclamation was made, and that's where I'm like, how did the king fall for this? Did he not read the contract? So
He
I
just
was
trusted his advisors too
you're
much.
a king. Just like, the fine print. I don't have my glasses right now, so let me just
Let
sign
me just
this.
sign this
And
real
then, like,
quick.
immediately after Daniel's just getting taken, she's like, no, my best friend, where are you
Oops.
going? The contract that you signed, baby, that's maybe what's going on. So,
I
then
always
he's taken-
imagine the VeggieTales scene is like they sing to him and he just slowly becomes starts to agree.
Yeah. But then, David gets thrown into the lion's den, and God's like, don't worry, man, I got you. I see all the work that you put into your everyday life. You praise me and honor me, and you don't back down for things that you believe in. And I'm going to honor that by sending angels to shut the lion's mouth. And then after how many days? They come back and they check on Daniel, and he's still alive. And then the king's like, yay, my best friend didn't die by the contract I signed without reading it. So, I mean, yeah, that's
Basically,
a summary
that's
of
the summary of the
what
story.
I kind of, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I could read something I just found online because I thought it was interesting.
Yes.
Who
please
wrote the
do.
book? Named after its writer, Daniel's book is a product of his time in Babylon as a Jewish exile from Israel. So this is during the Babylonian captivity where the Babylonians took over Israel. They basically just made it kind of like a sub-kingdom under their control, but they took away all their wise, good-looking, and high-up people. So, Daniel is canonically good-looking. While still a young man, Daniel traveled to Babylon with a group of young Israelite nobles, men of promise whom the conquering power felt could be used in service. Once Daniel arrived, the leadership in Babylon renamed him Belteshazzar in an effort to more closely identify him with his new home. Daniel lived there throughout the Jews' 70-year captivity, eventually rising to become one of the only 3 administrators over the provincial governors throughout the kingdom. Daniel recorded his experiences and prophecies for the Jewish exiles during his time in the Babylonian capital, where his service to the king gave him privilege across the highest levels of society. His faithful service to the Lord in a land and culture not his own makes him unique among almost all the people of Scripture. Daniel stands as only one of the major figures of the Bible to produce a completely positive record of his actions. So where are we? The Babylonians exiled a group containing Daniel and his 3 friends, best known by the Babylonian names Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, to the cultural center of their empire, the city of Babylon, in 605 BC. This move was part of the first of 3 deportations carried out by Babylonians in Israel after they subdued Jerusalem and the unfaithful King Jehoiakim. The teenage Daniel found himself in the midst of a strongly polytheistic religious culture, meaning he had ample opportunities to fall into error. However, he stood firm in his faith among the Babylonian people on several different matters, including dietary regulations and worship practices. So that's just kind of like some history behind the Book of Daniel, kind of who he is.
Yeah.
The Book of Daniel actually contains a lot of my most favorite stories in the Bible. My most favorite story is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's story, just because when I was in probably like 7th grade religious studies, I had to write historical fiction on a Bible story, and the Bible story I chose was the fiery furnace, and I had to do like research into it, and I like kind of did a lot more research on it than I probably should have. But it was really interesting, and the one verse that kind of just stuck with me throughout my entire life is like, God has the power to save us, but even if he doesn't, we won't bow down to you. I just always thought that was such profound faith. But yeah,
It really is. It's a really powerful story, as most stories in the Bible are really powerful.
Hopefully.
But it's just like the visuals we get with the fire and the angels standing next to them, and it's just like the way that the guards and them felt. It was like a very powerful spiritual and physical situation.
Yeah. And it has such relevance to our modern culture today, I guess, is because it's like fish out of water. These people are highly religious, you know, monotheistic, and they went into this very polytheistic, very, you know, they tried to change their people they captured into Babylonians. It's kind of like this world today, is that we're very much not a part of the current culture. We're very different from everyone around us.
Yeah, I agree. And then also the people that are just kind of trying to please both sides.
Right.
You know, they're trying to be a Christian, but also they get into habitual sin.
They bow down to this other idols.
Sin can, yeah, and that can just really deteriorate yourself. Like, speaking from myself, it's just like, you think these things aren't that bad, but as soon as you continue, and you just have this habitual sin, right? And then you break off from that, and you realize how much happier and how much more fulfilled you are. It's just, it makes you think, like, wow, I didn't even realize how much this was affecting me.
Right.
You know? So it's really things that you want to be conscious about and just go into prayer. Because, like, for the things that I still fall into habitual sin, I pray daily and every night. And because I know that in my dreams, I'm going to be thinking about that habitual sin, trying to please myself. But I pray against that, and I rebuke that, and I'm just trying to change. And that's what I want to, like, sort of encourage everyone watching, hi guys, to sort of just be aware of what you're taking in and what you're feeding your spirit, and how you're taking care of God's temple, and just sort of see how God had such a great positive effect on you. And it's like, why would you want to take that for granted? Why would you want to go and do these other things when you have such a fulfilled life?
Right. It's definitely a story of, like, when we were learning about Daniel, like, and his friends refusing the Babylonian food and stuff, I always thought it's such an interesting story, because it doesn't seem like a big deal compared to the other things they go through, like, oh yeah, don't bow down to idols, continue praying to God, you know, that's like, oh yeah, obviously I would do that too. But then it comes to this, like, something about food, that Daniel and his friends were so committed to not breaking God's law, breaking God's commandments on food. It's really powerful that, like, even the smallest things we need to stand up for, that there isn't such thing as a hill to die on. We have to stand up for all of this.
Yeah, it's just like the things that you don't really put that much mind to that can make the biggest effect.
Right. And yeah, they were definitely blessed because they because they stood up for the right thing to do then. Like, they became the best, you know, the most healthy looking of all the people.
Yeah, it will definitely pay off, and if it's something, because you could, like, think of examples where it's like, well, they believed in God, but it didn't go so well for them, but they get their ministry from it, and the riches in heaven are going to be magnificent, and it's definitely way more worth it to hunker down here on earth and just do as much as you can, because God is just, and He will honor that.
Yeah, there's so many applications, I guess, from the book of Daniel, because, well, I'm thinking specifically when the three friends decided to not bow down to the statue. They were the only ones, and, you know, even then they still did it. And it's like, nowadays it feels more and more like the, like, true Christians, people that actually believe in the power of Scripture, like the authority of Scripture, are a, like, rare breed of people, you know. And it feels like we're just getting smaller and smaller, and it mounts. And we still need to stand up for what's right, even if we're standing alone, kind of thing. Because God is with us, and He will be with us through the fire.
Yes, He will. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah. But going back to the whole thing where you were, like, doing the project or whatever, I related to it, but I didn't want to interrupt it, so I'm circling back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. I would do these Bible stories on my own channel, where I did, was it Ruth?
Yeah.
I think it was Ruth. and Job especially. Job, like, I'm pretty sure I like read the whole book of Job and was just like so attracted to it, and every time I think of that, I ask myself why. Like, out of all the stories, but it has like a really powerful message on
Yeah, of course.
just like there's things that I like don't agree with because of society, but that's society changing my views. But like I still just love the book.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for people that don't know, Job was this very wealthy man, and he would praise the Lord, do all these things. He was fulfilled, and he was happy. And the devil saw that and challenged God like that was gonna go well. It was like, yo, bet, I'm sure that if you take everything, all his blessings, and that's where it kind of like relates to us, how we have to fight our own battles, but like it will pay off. Like my aunt, she had stage 4 cancer, but now she's going with her husband, and they're making so many ministries, and they're just going to church, and they get to share their story. So it's like she suffered. I'm not saying like she didn't suffer, but she's able to share her suffering and turn it into beauty. So that's kind of what Job did when the devil got permission from God, because he really has no power without God.
Right.
So he was able to go, and he gave him leprosy. He took away his family. Everyone but his wife, I'm sure, died, and his servants have to come and give him the bad news. And like, think about just like how if you lose one simple thing, like if it's a family member, an item, just something that means something to you, how like heartbroken you are, and how you'll be thinking about that for a very long period of time in your life, And to think everything that he had, his livestock, his house, everything was just taken from him.
Yeah.
So just imagine the distraught when you get hit by like a very bad storm and you lose pretty much everything as well. Like, there's things that can be related to that, and it's just like the devastation that he must have been through. And then for him to go to talk to his friend, and for them to be like, well, you clearly must have done something wrong. So you can kind of see how I've had friends like that where they're toxic, and they'll be like, putting the blame on you. And that's kind of what he had. He had friends that didn't stick by him, but he had the best friend of his entire life, which was God. So it's like one good friend can change everything in your life.
Yeah.
So he goes, and he's talking to his friends, and his friends are like, well, clearly you must have done something wrong. And then his wife even goes, curse God and die.
Yeah.
So
That's a really wonderful woman
like,
you married.
Yeah, like such words of wisdom. So like, she's just like, just get your suffering over with, which even if he did that, it would not end his suffering at all whatsoever. It would just, like now he's losing his place in heaven, which is something very important and something to be excited and look forward to as you're here on earth. So he doesn't do that, and his wife kind of just leaves him. So the only things that he had left were pretty much his friends that accused him and ridiculed him, and his wife who also did that and left him.
Yeah.
So now he's here, and he's just lost, and he's like, I've got nothing left but my salvation. So he goes to that, and he prays, and he's like, why, God? Why have you done this? Like, what did I do? Did I not pray a certain day? Did I not do this? Like, why is this my punishment?
Mm-hmm.
And then God has this moment where he's like, he just shows him the world, and how it's like, he can't even, Job can't even comprehend how the stars work, how the animals each have this detail and this this complexity, and he can't even comprehend it. So he got it at the end. It's like a very strange example, but God at the end is kind of like just showing Job that
He has
things
no right to
happen,
question
but
it,
they
yeah.
happen for a reason. And you might not see the complexity of it, but it's there for a reason. The gears are turning for a reason. The breath in our lungs is for a reason. You are for a reason. So that's just kind of the whole recap
Yeah.
of just his story.
There's
And
something I do want to point out
went
about
into
that.
depth like a lot
Yeah.
more than I should have, but it's just something that I wanted
Yeah.
to share.
There's something someone did point out about Job's story that I thought was really interesting. God never answered him why. Like, he never told him why he did what he did. And
Yeah.
so I think it was Ken Ham's book about, why does God allow pain and suffering in the world? He's like, we're not really supposed to know the answer to this question because Job asked it and God came down and talked to him and he still wouldn't answer the question. So I just thought that was really interesting, because this is a problem a lot of people struggle with. Like, I can't be Christian because why would a loving God allow pain and suffering in the world? And
Yeah.
God just doesn't answer it. He's like, who are you to tell me what to do? I've got this. Just calm down.
Yeah.
But it's so strange that he did that after everything Job went through. Like, in a single day, he lost everything. And God's just like, calm down.
Yeah, he was like, just calm down. I got it. Don't you worry. And then in the end, I kind of forgot the big ending. God blesses him, and he gets twice as much as he had, and he's able to live the rest of his life fulfilled as he was.
Yeah.
And now, when he goes to heaven, he'll have all those things, so pretty much triple the amount.
Right.
And he's just really blessed in that way. Which is like the part where like I'm just like, that's a little weird, like family is like replaceable. But now that like that's what I would think about when I was like little and I was like,
oh, he got new kids.
It's not the same family. And the thing is that your family can always grow, like with friends and stuff. So it wasn't like, oh, I've replaced Bob with Billy. Oh, yeah. It's more like he was able to get through his pain and be able to accept his blessings despite his pain in the past.
Yeah.
And then after his last breath of the earth happened, he's able to have these very good things in heaven.
Right. Well, I mean, we're talking about Daniel to begin with, but yeah, Job, all these stories, it's like you can directly connect the Old Testament to not just the New Testament, it's also our lives today, which is what I was talking about in one of my videos, and like someone was like, well, give me an example, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I just think it's so cool that we don't have to throw away the whole Old Testament just because there's a New Testament. There's also really important life application in the Old Testament. I should probably catch up on chat. I'm just gonna look through.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not much.
Raindrop was here and gone. Theo, I use the New King James Version Bible by Ray Comfort. I use the Evidence Study Bible, but that's only because it's Ray Comfort and I like Ray Comfort.
Yeah, it's chat's slow, probably because we're doing it earlier than you normally do it.
Well, I mean, there is some viewers. I
but
just think
it's still fun to see you guys.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming.
such an amazing message, the power of prayer. Yeah, Emma, you're not late. Welcome back to the stream, and Sunbee's here too. Yay! That's a beautiful line. Yeah. Did you see my drawing, Bella?
The lion drawing?
Yeah, the lion on the shoulder.
Yeah, I have it on the TV because like when I'm doing, like when I'm talking or like debating and stuff, I like literally just pace the floor. So I'm here like pacing as I'm like looking at my TV and just like,
That's amazing.
oh, so pretty. It is. It's really pretty.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how well this is gonna go because I haven't tried digital painting in a long time.
Yeah. It's gonna go great. The stream is gonna go great. And
Yes.
It's gonna be all sparkly and rainbow.
I'm gonna try my best. That is all I can say. I will try my absolute best to actually draw something okay-ish. Emma, the stream is... It was supposed to be about, like, Daniel, just kind of, like, looking at... Like, just talking about Daniel. But... It's kind of just evolved into talking about random Bible stories that we really like, I guess. And Theo left.
Yeah, just tangents about good things. Good things to learn.
That's how good podcasts go, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. There's like a lot of stories in Daniel besides the one that everyone knows, which is him in the lion's den. I could find the one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, the Nebuchadnezzar's dream. It's I thought that was such it's such a cool story. I can just read the passage because it's better than me trying to explain what's going on. So Nebuchadnezzar's second dream, it's Daniel 4. Nebuchadnezzar the king, to all peoples, nations, and languages that dwell on the earth. Pray, peace be multiplied to you. I thought it good to declare the signs and wonders of the Most High God has worked for me. How great are his signs and how mighty his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house, and saw flourishing my palace. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts on my bed, and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore I issued a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known to me the interpretations of the dream. Then the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers came in. I told them the dream, but they did not make known to me its interpretation. But at last Daniel came before me. His name is Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God. In him is the spirit of the holy God. And I told them the dream before him, saying, Belteshazzar, chief of magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy God is in you, and no secret troubles you. Explain to me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and its interpretation. These were the visions of my head while on my bed. I was looking, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and its height was great. The tree grew and became strong, its height reached to the heavens, and it could be seen to the ends of all the earth. Its leaves were lovely, its fruit abundant, and in it was food for all. The beasts of the fields found shade under it. The birds of the heavens dwelt in its branches, and all flesh was fed from it. I saw the visions in my head, and while on my bed there was a watcher, a holy one, coming down from heaven. He cried aloud and said thus, Chop down the tree and cut off its branches, strip off its leaves and scatter its fruit. Let the beasts get out from under it, and the birds from its branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump and its roots in the earth, bound with a band of iron and bronze, in the tender grass of the field. Let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let him graze with the beasts on the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from that of a man. Let him be given the heart of a beast, and let 7 times pass over him. This decision is by the decree of the watchers, and the sentence by the word of the holy ones, in order that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, gives it to whomever he will, and sets it over the lowest of men. This dream I, Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now you, Belteshazzar, declare its interpretation, since all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known to me the interpretation. But you are able, for the spirit of the holy God is in you. Then Daniel, whose name is Belteshazzar, was astonished for a time, and his thoughts troubled him. So the king spoke and said, Belteshazzar, do not let the dream or its interpretation trouble you. Belteshazzar answered and said, My lord, may the dream concern those who hate you, and its interpretation concern your enemies. The tree that you saw, which grew and became strong, whose height reached the heavens, and which could be seen by all the earth, his leaves are lovely, and its fruit abundant, in which was food for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and in whose branches the birds of the heaven had their home. It is you, O king, who have grown and become strong, for your greatness has grown and reaches the heavens, and your dominion to the end of the earth. And inasmuch as the king saw a watcher, a holy one, come down from heaven and saying, Chop down this tree and destroy it, but leave its stump and roots in the earth, bound with a band of iron and bronze in the tender grass of the field. Let it be wet with dew of heaven, and let him graze with the beasts of the field, until 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king. And this is the decree of the Most High, which has come upon my lord the king. They shall drive you from men, your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make you eat grass like an oxen. They shall wet you with the dew of heaven, and 7 times 7 shall pass over you, till you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of heaven, in the kingdom of men, and gives it to whoever he chooses. And inasmuch as they gave this command to leave the stump and roots of the tree, your kingdom will be assured to you. After you come to know that heaven rules, therefore, king, let my advice be acceptable to you. Break off your sins by being righteous, and your iniquities by showing mercy to the poor. Perhaps there may be a lengthening of your prosperity. So basically, the prophecy comes true. Nebuchadnezzar is thrown out into the wild. He acts like a wild ox and eats grass and stuff. And then once he is humbled himself before God, God restores him his kingdom. And this is always an interesting story to me because, I always compare it with the story of Pharaoh of Egypt. God gave Nebuchadnezzar a second chance to become humble. And but with Pharaoh, he didn't give him a second chance, which I always thought was interesting. Like, God knew that Nebuchadnezzar would humble himself. Maybe he knew that Pharaoh wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, he knows our hearts, so maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, Pharaoh's kind of just like only out for himself.
Yeah.
And
somehow, God still gave him a chance, though. Like, he still, gave him chances to change his mind. Because otherwise, why do the 7 plagues? Not why just skip to the last one and leave, right?
Yeah, exactly. So and then he would be like, oh yeah, it's fine. I'll let you people go. Psych,
Yeah.
So
God gave him chances.
Yeah. Which I've had so many varieties of just bad friends, but also I have good friends like you.
Yeah, I'm a good friend. Oh, I messed up everything.
Yeah.
I got so excited, I accidentally deleted a layer. Yay!
So it's just like, you have friends that will, not keep promises. I don't know, I'm just trying to relate everything that
God is merciful.
We're talking about to just present day.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I get from this is God is merciful.
Yeah.
He is willing to accept anyone. You know the whole thing about it's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than for a camel to go through an eye of a needle.
Yep.
Nebuchadnezzar did the impossible by humbling himself before God. God gave him a chance to humble himself. He took it, and eventually humbled himself, and he became a servant to God to some extent. I don't know if when Jesus came down and preached to the people in Sheol, whether he was one of the people that was carried up to heaven or stayed there, but he allowed himself to be an instrument, and he always for a while he worshipped the God of heaven as the one true God, the ultimate God, which I think is interesting in historical context, because during those times the powerfulness of gods was decided on how many countries or kingdoms their country captured and stuff. So the Babylonians were at the height of their empire at this point, and the Israelites were captured by them. They were under their authority. So that would basically mean in that society that their god was less powerful than the Babylonians' gods. But Nebuchadnezzar multiple times admits and concedes that the Israelite God is way more powerful than his gods. He's the one true God. He's the holy God. I just think it's really interesting. The guy was, definitely humbling himself before the Lord.
Yeah. It's definitely just interesting to see, the different, you can have kind of the same sort of person type, but different scenarios. That's what we see in the Bible and in other people's ministries, where it's just people take it different ways.
I don't know what to talk about now. Oh. Real-time text.
Yeah. It's kind of just like hope something comes to mind sort of thing.
Yeah. I could check on chat, but I doubt. I think because we're talking to each other, chat has like, less people are gonna talk in chat. They probably have something else they're doing while we're talking, so. Hi, Dorperman.
Yeah.
Who just said H. Is the music still going? Oh, it started over again. I can change the music. I can't hear it, so like I have no clue what it's playing.
Yeah.
Zelda music is
Jeremiah's
always
back.
good. Jeremiah!
Yay! Give us something to debate about.
So he, you'll have to type an answer because I can't type from where I am. It just wants me to go to my browser, which is annoying.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. When do you want to end the stream?
It's 4. I could probably go all the way to 5. I have a test tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So, I need time to, like, study for that, plus just, like, sleep, because I'm a child, and I need, like, 10 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
If I don't, I just cannot function.
No, I'm not a child anymore technically, and I still have to get, like, 10 hours of sleep every night, so I understand.
Yeah, no. Like, literally, I'll like, talk to my friends, and they're like, bro, you're almost an adult. How are you sleeping like a literal baby, a literal fetus?
So, yeah, 5 o'clock. We can say that's when we will stop. At the latest.
Yeah.
And, yeah. You probably want to type that to him. It also... If he really wants to do a stream today, I could also do something separately with him, too.
So yeah, should I, well, first of all, lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was gonna say. I guess I can look up, like, conversation starters.
We could do, like, a study guide of Daniel. That would be kind of cool. Like, study
yeah.
questions of Daniel. Study of Daniel. We can just, like, look at it briefly because I'm feeling like it's gonna be really long because it's a lot to... Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What is playing? Hold on. I don't even know what music is playing. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know any of these people. Amazon. What is the main lesson in the book of Daniel? God's faithfulness.
Yeah. God's faithfulness and also just, oh my god, words are hard.
English what?
It's just, oh my gosh. The process of, not process, I guess I could say process, of just sticking with what you believe in, and God is just, and He will reward you for that.
Yeah.
And just never back down, never what? Never give up.
Well, here's something we could say the theme is. We could say the theme is no excuses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. No excuses. Love that.
Oh my goodness, one of my friends, every time anyone said no excuses, she would just shoot me glares, like, from across the room or something, like when we were in school together.
That's funny. It's like, no excuses. You did. No excuses? See, no excuses? Not the saying. No. It's see, no excuses.
But it was so funny because she was like she's one of my few friends that actually know I have a YouTube channel. So everyone would be like, why is she staring at you whenever anyone says no excuses?
They just see the judgment in her eyes, and everyone else is like, well, why does she not like the words?
What the
no
heck is
excuses?
going on?
So
Yeah.
bizarre.
And then I had to like try to explain that it's like an inside joke because I'm like, I don't really want to tell them I have a YouTube channel. What are our noses even? What the heck? How do you draw noses?
Dude. No, I've literally had like a nose crisis in my art style. Cause you know how I normally like do like the circle, or I guess weird misshapen oval,
Yeah.
and then I like do like the lines inside. So when I was trying to draw shard, like I'm still working on that, like not even the line art, it's just the sketch won't work. So it's just like, how do I draw the nose? And then like nose language is so powerful that if
Yeah.
even if, like I'm drawing, like my eyes are like they look so pretty and like the mouth is fine and all that, but because there's like no nose, and like even if I do like a different style nose, it's not being a nose. So it just ruins the whole drawing.
Okay, so like back when I was learning how to do digital art for like, it was like my first year, I think. I just decided that the main character I would always draw had no nose. That was my solution to the nose issue.
Just like canonically, no nose. There we
Yeah,
go.
she was an alien, so she doesn't have a nose. And I was like, I'll make her pretty even though she has no nose and she's bald and, you know, short. I'm like, what the heck is this? I was looking back at my art and I'm like, why was I trying so hard to make her look pretty? There's no way a bald and noseless person is gonna be pretty. Someone's gonna clip that in like 5 years and then make me listen to it and be like, you're against disabled people.
No. Be like caught 4K, or like someone makes like an actually like just good art of a short ball.
Squidward.
It's just like, yeah, I proved you wrong, didn't I?
I would love to see that. I would love to see someone try it.
Yeah. Jeremiah, it's 4:09 for me.
It is also
I'm
4:09 for
Florida
me.
time. Yeah.
Wait, how on earth is Ohio and Florida time the same?
They are. So it's like a certain part in Ohio that it's the same, and then if you move too far left or too far right, you end up getting into like a different time zone. But it's like a very narrow strip of Ohio. It's just the same time. It's weird.
America's so
I, like,
weird,
when
man.
I was like first, because my cousins moved to Ohio, and my mom was like, what? Because like my cousin gave her friend my mom's number to like get like what do they call it? Like just a good word for your next job or
Yeah.
whatever.
Reference?
Yeah. So my mom was like, what is she doing calling at like 9 in the night? And I was just like, well, it's probably a different time in Ohio. And she's like, no, it's the same. Like, can she not sleep? And I was like, maybe she's just really eager. And I'm like, realistically, she's just probably young and has nothing to do. And it's a weekend and she's ready to party.
No, yeah. Being in Papua New Guinea is the funniest thing because we are, you know how like you look up time zones online, they'll be like, this is the opportune time to do something with someone else. America and Papua New Guinea shares like one opportune hour.
Yeah.
So like when it's, you know, I think we have to get up like at 7 there to do something with people who are like doing stuff at 6 or 7 here.
Yeah.
It's really
Really bizarre.
it's not fun trying to talk to American friends over there, so.
Yeah, that was like when I was little, we went to England.
Oh
And I
yeah.
don't think it was that big of a difference. Like we have quite a bit of time to like talk at decent hours, but it would be like they would like call us at like 6 in the afternoon or whatever, and we would just like be like 4 in the morning over there like, what do you want? Is someone dying? If not, can I go back to bed? So it's kind of just like, oh yeah, time difference that exists. It's really wacky.
No, time zones they're terrible.
And then time changes are just awful.
Jet lag is so much fun. That is my favorite part of traveling.
Obviously.
I get it so much worse because of my insomnia, because like I've already got like permanent jet lag, and then it gets so much worse. So like my first day back here, I did not sleep the entire night. I was just kind of like wandering around the room the entire night. The hotel room, this little tiny hotel room, while everyone else was sleeping just fine.
Aww.
And so then, as soon as the sun rose, I just face planted in bed, and they could not wake me. Like later, I discovered that like my uncle and my grandfather and all my like friends came to visit, and I was just they could not wake me up.
Yeah, it's just things that are just so, I don't know, bizarre. But when we go to Ohio, since we like have time changes when we cross like Virginia and all that.
Oh yeah.
So we'll like lose an hour, but then when we like start like getting closer and closer to Ohio, we gain an hour. So it's like it's so weird. It's like, can't we just stay at the same time? Like we're literally going same time, but then we get messed up in between. So it's just like so weird.
Yeah. Here I go talking about Papanini again, just because I have nothing else, no context for anything else. But it's funny because I recently discovered Papanini has its own time zone. But like everyone there goes on the Australian time zone, like goes by Sydney and Cairns time. So the Papanini time zone is like an hour difference. And I was trying to figure out like why on earth is my phone an hour behind when I set it to Papanini time. It's just so strange. Like, why would Papanini have its own time zone? It's like the tiniest country on Earth. What on Earth?
Interesting.
What on earth is this music that's playing? What am I playing? Sorry guys, I didn't realize that I was playing that.
The drawing looks really good, by the way.
Banka.
I'm like watching it, but not like making any comment. And also, like, hand, excuse me, can you just, like, lend me hand power?
I've practiced drawing a hand in that one specific position. I can't really draw hands any other way.
Yeah. It's kind of like me when I would, like, do, like, the same bust poses over and over and over again until I, like, realized that I was doing it, and I was like, bro, this is
can't
like
do anything else.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
This is so unoriginal.
No, I started doing that recently. I started doing like a lot of beginner mistakes that I didn't get to do when I was a beginner, just because I like didn't have the time to focus on improving my art. And I very quickly discovered I was doing the exact same thing over and over again with like all my different characters. And I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, that was like this one time I was doing like, I think it was an art trade or a gift. I had like previously drawn like a dragon, and it was like I don't even know, but it was like this one specific pose, and then I did the gift, and I realized it was like in the exact pose but flipped, and I was just like, I literally just made the same drawing, like both dragons, like both with electric powers. So I'm like,
that's how you get accused of tracing. That's how people get mad at you for tracing your art.
Yes, I like to trace my own art in my free time.
No, it's actually happened to me before. They're like, you're just drawing this in, you're just tracing. I'm like, no, I can show you that I don't do that. But like, why even bother?
Yeah. Just like shows them like the process, like, yeah, where am I tracing? Enlighten me.
Where is that one impression? Wow, this really like went so far away from talking about Daniel.
Yeah, for real. It's just like, Daniel. It's like, then Job, and then somehow talking about Ohio and Florida and
And
time
time zones and what?
talking about jet lag, talking about hoses, talking about
Art.
tracing.
Inside the scattered brain of two very tired artists.
Yes. Just like everyone watching must be like on such an emotional roller coaster.
They're just so quiet though. Oh, everyone
Yeah.
left, so. How long have you been drawing? Let me do the math real quick. Like, over 6 years? I've been, like, trying to get better art. I've always drawn. Like, as a kid, I would always draw, but it's been 6 years since I, like, actually started trying to learn how to do art. Why the heck are you mean to me?
Yeah, I've been, I don't know, hold on, let me see chat. I've been drawing all my life. So, ever since, I would actually start drawing by, like, just the little handouts they give you at, like, restaurants with, like, the cheap crayons and
Yeah.
the just, like, coloring sheet. I would do that. But then I would also go to, like, when, like, quote-unquote fancy restaurants where they have, like, the napkins and the forks and knives, and then they have, like, a little paper tying them together, and then you rip the paper, and then you, like, you know, get your flatware.
Yeah.
I would, like, literally take the paper, and you know how, like, small they are.
Yeah.
And I would take a pen, and I would just draw on them because I didn't have any other paper. So it was kind of just, like, a drawing exercise that I didn't even realize I was doing. I was just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And then now I'm here, and, yeah.
I always drew as a kid, but, like, I always say I started drawing 6 years ago because, when I was drawing as a kid, I didn't have anything. I wasn't, like, looking at other people's art or, like, pictures or anything. I wasn't trying to get better. I was just drawing for fun. But around 6 years ago is when I read How to Train Your Dragon books, and I saw her art,
Nice.
and I really wanted to be able to illustrate my own books when I wrote them. Whoa. The feedback on your...
Yeah. I guess I started having more like a style crisis and sort of that thing when I started digital art, but it was like, I don't know, like I've always would look at other artists and be like, okay, my hand is janky, okay, this is janky, and I would always take reference from like the like animated films and stuff that I would watch. And I would just, like, base off those. And you bet I would trace I would trace the characters that I like the most, and I would just, like, self-insert. And I would kind of use that, because I would be like, man, I guess I had a style crisis way before I started digital art, but I actually started doing something about my style crisis when I started digital. But I've always kind of had that, like, situation, because, like, I would literally go and look at, like, the animated shows or whatever, and be like, man, this style's so cool, and like, man, she looks so pretty, why can't I draw like that?
Yeah.
And I still have those moments, but I also have fun when I draw my art, and when I was tracing and doing those things, just to see where my style was going, I wasn't really happy sort of trying to force it. That's why I just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah. I never,
And you know what?
like, sat down and said, I'm gonna develop my style. I watched a video very early on, like, after I got out of drawing anime, thank the Lord that I'm not doing that anymore. After I got out of drawing anime, I was like, oh, I should try to develop a style. Then someone, like, said on a video that most people don't, you know, get styles until, like, years and years into their art career. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna draw what I see and, like, try to learn from other artists. And then it just kind of came naturally that I have a very distinct style now, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
I just realized I have Daniel eyelashes. I wasn't even thinking. Oh my goodness.
It looks fine. I mean, men do have eyelashes. It's just not as prominent.
I was just
I guess
autopilot
we
mode.
can see it. Yeah, I guess we can see it. We just don't really notice
Yeah.
that, like, it's so
No,
prominent.
here's the thing, my
'Cause,
mom is gonna watch my stream.
Oh my gosh, the dog's barking.
Here's the thing, my mom's gonna watch my stream and then be like, your guy looks very feminine, and I'm gonna get really depressed about my art again, which happens every single time.
Yes.
That's my one thing,
that's
is
what
that
happens.
every, like, year or so, my mom will, like, say, your guy art looks really feminine. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Your dog is
It's also,
dying.
yeah, she's just barking because she's a nut. So, that's what my mom was just like, she's like, what's that? And I was like, that's a nose, like, with my, like, sort of current style, with, like, the little swoop and then the lines.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, that's a messed up Dorito. And I was like, okay. But, like,
In most cases, I'm very grateful for my family being critics, because, you know, sometimes I am drawing guys really femininely and I don't even notice. And it does help. But I always use my brother as my art critic because he tries to be nice to me. Like, it's so funny, if you'll meet my brother, you'll never expect, but he tries to be nice to me because he knows I'm way too emotional. So he will always, you know, say things nicely and, like, this is wrong, but, you know, it could just be a stylistic choice. Which is really nice. And then sometimes he's like, this is absolutely terrible, it doesn't look like anything at all. And I get so depressed, I'm like, no!
Yeah. No, that's kind of like what it's because she asked for it, but my friend, Maya, shout out to Maya, she's probably not watching, but, you know, still. She'll just be like, something's off with the pose, and I'll, like, see it, but I'll wait until she asks, when she kind of, like, blames me for it. She's like, if you see something wrong, just tell me right away. That way, like, she's not dedicating herself for something that looks kind of wonky, but I'm like, I love your art, whether it's, like, wonky or not, because it looks so beautiful when she's done with it. She doesn't see that. And I'll just, like, smack the crap out of her, like, you are beautiful, and so is your art.
No, it's literally the artist's plight, is that as soon as you finish your drawing, you, like, look away for 5 minutes, you come back, and you're like, that is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
And I've just spent 5 hours drawing it.
Yeah, or, like, when you're, like, doing something really, really, really late at night, and it's just, like, then, like, the next morning, it just hits different from when you're, like, drawing something, and then you realize it's wonky in the daytime, but, like, when it's just, like, you go to bed, and you're like, okay, I'm done with this, and then you wake up, and you're like, you're so excited to see it, because you remembered it, like, so beautifully,
being so much better.
And then you're like, what the heck is that? That's, no.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Simple Toast dropped in. I missed her.
Hi, Tick.
And MK Breeze is here. Animu.
Yeah.
Sibling critic. Ag, that's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny how, like, this is, like, I don't know, it's kind of like, my parents are, like, so excited right now, and they're just, like, listening to the stream, and they're just, like, having so much fun. I was like,
That's so sweet.
yeah, it's so cute to see them just having a good old time, just listening to, like, to young adults just talking about life.
Yeah. It took me a long time for me to convince my parents that what I'm doing was worthwhile, I guess. Which, I mean, I don't blame them at all, because I have a history of being really weird online. So, I appreciate that my mom is really supportive now. Like, she watches all my streams and all my videos and stuff, and, you know, when she sees something that she really likes, she shares it with my dad, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's really cool to have them. It's just, you know, you can be really appreciative of just the things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's little, because, you know, they have to support their family, you know, they have to support you, but they still make time, you know, because I have friends that they don't have that. They don't have parents that actually have those abilities. So, like, just to be aware of, like, even if they're not doing these things, they probably do care, and they probably do want to be there. They just don't. They have things that keep them from doing those things. But just appreciate your families and parents, and sometimes you don't have people that I don't know, like you get some messed up families in life, but that's just your origin story, and then you get to minister to people.
Right. Yeah. I've met people,
Yeah.
Christians that have come out the worst, like, family situations are always the most sweet and, like, godly people.
Yeah, because they get to understand, like,
God
this is
has
what I
actually
went
become
through.
everything to them.
Yeah, this is what I went through. I don't want you to go through it,
Yeah.
But it's like, lost my train of thought again. Jeez.
What am I even doing at this point? I'm trying to draw, like, eye bags and stuff, and I have not drawn an old person in a very long time.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
He's got shinies now because he is a material girl.
Yes. Yes. Such a slay. Material girl.
I've been watching
he
Colleen way
He
too
needs
much.
to bedazzle, okay?
He needs to be sparkly.
Yeah.
That was so bad. He's got shiny eye bags.
He's been in the lion's den. He's probably sleep deprived,
He's just been
like
getting
he needs a little makeup. He needs a little bedazzle. He hasn't seen the light of day for a while now. Like he needs to look good as he's just saying
Wasn't it
hi
just
to Toby the
overnight?
king.
I've been here for 40 years. Daniel, you've been in there for like 40 minutes. Chill.
Yeah, it's okay. Like.
Oh, I'm not gonna flip it and it's gonna be ew. That eye. Do you ever flip your forget to flip your canvas and then when you do it halfway through you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, like 2 years ago, where I would actually flip and actually be like a studious artist. But now I just like, nope. No one flip it, no one screenshot it, and just go into the editor and just flip it. So, plus, like, when I flip it, sometimes if, like, it's actually a drawing that I put a lot of time into,
yeah,
it will look decent. Quote unquote decent.
Yeah. When I flip things and like edit it based on like, oh, that looks wrong, I've seen that like when I come back to it like a few days, it'll be I'll not be so like, oh, that's so terrible. It's kind of nice to like, it's I have a more appreciation for my own art if I flip it, which is nice.
Yeah. I just love how the stream is just displayed and how my hair is. It's so cute.
Family is the best. Creators unite, yeah.
Yep.
Because I'm stubborn enough that I don't want to like learn something else, but I've fought creatives so much throughout my time on YouTube.
Yeah. I tried to use it, but it does not work good mobile. So like I would literally sign out, delete like everything, and sign back in, and it still held the information. So I was like, that's a little weird and invasive, but also like it was just not working. Like when I would go to stream, it would not, like, because I had to like make my own sort of private mode screen, and the private mode screen was not fully covering it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's not gonna hold my private information if you're literally showing half of it, So I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna use you. And then I tried to use another one, but then that one didn't work for whatever other reason. So now I'm like, unless I'm streaming from a computer, it's probably not gonna work. But I don't do art on a computer, so I need to figure out like how to like sort of cast what I'm drawing from another device to the computer to then stream it. But I'm like, that's too much work.
I just like Krita when it's not angry at me. I like Krita just because it acts a lot like Adobe Photoshop. Like it has like a lot of the video editing photo editing things as well as the art things. So
yeah.
I've heard professionals calling it that it's like the best free program just because it acts like an expensive program, but at the same time it has so many bugs and glitches and it just sometimes just hates people. I fought Krita so
I
much.
just realized I was like talking about the wrong thing. You use Streamlabs, right?
Yeah.
To stream.
Yeah.
I was talking about streaming.
Oh.
But yeah. Yeah, I was using the wrong name.
That's alright.
Yeah. It would probably be if I didn't have IBIS Paint, I would probably have to use Krita.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know,
IBIS Paint
free
frustrates
is good.
me.
Yeah.
I tried using it once, but I think it's just because I don't like drawing on a computer, so that on a tablet. So that was frustrating enough in itself. But then just the program itself absolutely drove me insane. I'm like, what is this? I can't find any of the tools. The color selection is terrible. It was it was a very interesting experience.
Yeah, it was actually interesting because like the first one I used was like, it was like Sketchbook or something like that.
Oh my goodness, I hate Sketchbook so much.
Horrible, like with a burning passion. Like they didn't even have like a proper line brush. It was more like a pixel brush.
Yes, and it's like chunky and it changes direction every now. It's so annoying.
It was so bad and it was so small. The format was wonky, and it was like I'm pretty sure like I ended up drawing like a very cough not straight leprechaun unintentionally, and it was very weird. And I remember like it was like an art prompt where like draw a leprechaun in a dress, and I guess I went too feminine, and my mom was just like, "What is this?" And I didn't even know like what I was doing. I was just drawing a leprechaun in a dress, and that's just somewhere in Sketchbook now, forever saved into their database.
Oh no. I went on a search for like free programs a while ago. I did not find Krita my first time searching for things. I found I think GIMP, which I used for about a month.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I hate GIMP so much. It's not so much like it's just a badly made program. It's like it's so slow even on a fast computer. It's just not made to like be usable. I don't know. Daniel's makeup is really coming through. Except I still don't know how to draw noses.
Just like give him like lipstick and blush and like throw on some fake
give
lashes.
Him lipstick.
Like gotta stress that they're fake and just be like, hey, I'm back.
You threw me in here, but I took the time to take a beautiful beauty sleep.
MK Breeze said that the chibis look really cute.
Yeah, I'm proud of the fact that I did that in such short time.
Yes, they look so cute. I love them.
How about that? Oh no, just auto-saved.
So,
Just...
so beautiful. Daniel. Oh my god! Material girl! Oh my god!
This killed you.
Yes, he'll do. The bride will do.
Hold on.
That is so funny. Just Daniel chilling in heaven and just be like, yo, I wonder how my legacy's going, you know, people reading me in the Bible, and just us on stream. Oh my gosh. Material. Oh my god, material! That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Material.
It's so bad. I hate this so much. I'm gonna delete it now.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so much more masculine now.
Oh my god, that's great.
Now I have to draw his eyes before this becomes too weird.
This uncanny possessed material girl. No, that's like
Immaterial
draw-
girl. It's immaterial girl.
yeah. Yeah. I'll just like draw something, but like I won't do the pupils because like I'm struggling with the eye placement or whatever. And like I'll just like leave it, but it's like it doesn't look bad without like the irises. And it was funny because I was doing an art trade with my bestie at school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Do you want me to put the pupils?" And she was like, "What? Leave her possessed?" And I was just like, "Okay." And I was just like, "Okay, fine then. I'll put the eyes in." Gee.
It's Hero Brian
yeah.
mode. That's always I think of as Hero Brian mode.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of messages.
Yeah. A lot about like art programs.
Okay. Also, who drew the chibis? They look really cute. I drew them. Yay. In like an hour, I did both of them.
Yes.
Why don't you use the
Very
pop-up
good.
palette?
Speed run.
Because I'm scared to test Krita, and I just go with what I already know. Krita's really good for drawing, but I personally don't like it for animation. It's the best thing I've found for animation. I've done a lot of different things. I tried to do, what is it called? Toon Boom or something like that? Anyways. A lot of the ones I've used in the past are really awful, so I stick with Krita. I use it for both. I don't mind it for animation because the only thing I've used for animation, I wish Ibis Paint would be on PC. Lol. I'm heavily biased towards Krita, but I'm getting Clip Studio for Christmas, God willing. Oh yeah, have fun with that. Flash is best for animation. Adobe provides a free universal key for Flash MX204 because they don't care to run the activation servers anymore. I tried Flash once. I was too stupid to figure it out, so... I've heard of Flash, but I find Adobe expensive. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that Flash out. Just when I thought I could draw, guys, I lost the ability. Oh no! GIMP can't draw a circle. That is true. And the GTK file picker did not have image thumbnails until this year. I don't know what that means. Anyways. The Bible, right? Theology, yeah.
Yeah. Right. That.
It's so bad. This is just like my Bible study at back home. Every time we like the Bible, and then we just start talking about the randomest stuff for 30 minutes.
Yes, the things that we are here for.
My inability to draw eyes. His neck is really weird, isn't it?
I don't think so. I
I just
mean,
need to go like... The stream is delayed, so you'll see what I did in like 5 seconds, so...
yeah.
I just gave him... Oh my goodness. I might just leave it like that, because no one will know, but... You
Yeah,
know-
right now on the stream, you're just like flipping canvas with eyeballs.
Oh. Oops.
I don't know how far back that is.
I'm just screaming my drawing, you have no idea what I'm doing wrong.
I'm going to do conversation starters in hopes that I can connect some Bible story.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, what's your favorite childhood memory? Chat included.
I guess probably we had a big forest behind our house in Ukarumpa where I lived for a long time. So all the kids.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, all the kids in my neighborhood would always go down there and play, and we'd do stuff like make fires and pretend to be cooks. And I would always cook food for us, and Dylan almost caught the forest on fire once because he was messing around with a flaming stick and hit a tree with it, and the tree caught on fire. But I think my favorite memory is when we went down there and built little houses in a little village around
Aw.
one big campfire. And then for like the next 30 minutes, all of us were running around desperately trying to find leaves and sticks to put on the fire because it was way too big for us to keep going. It was so much fun though.
Yeah. I always like to, I had this project once, and it was, like, Native American, like, the different ways that they would, make their houses, like, I think it was, like, the Iroquois or whatever,
Yeah.
like, or the big, long houses or
The
whatever,
wigwams, yeah.
teepees and all that. So I would, like, go, and I made, like, this one, like, teepee-looking one out of sticks. It was interesting. I don't know. That just reminded me of that
That's really cool.
forbidden memory.
The funny thing was that we tried to do all these building projects, but there wasn't like logs or sticks or anything. Because it was, I say big forest, but like big vertically, not on the ground. They were gum trees, so they go up really, really tall. But there's probably only like 8 or 10 of them. So it's not like we had massive amounts of sticks to build with. So we just tried to like, yeah, it was fun though.
That's all that matters. It's just fun.
Yeah. I don't really know how to shade this hand. Oh, how about your favorite childhood memory?
Oh yeah. Kind of forgot about that.
You make me look back on my past, you have to look back on yours too.
Forbidden past. I don't. There's just so much like good.
Yeah.
You know. It's just like to pick one. I don't know. I'll just say to make sure that I'm not like spending the rest. Oh, it's almost 5 already, actually.
Oh, it is?
But the yeah, but I'll just say when I went to Paris, they made oh, now I can't even think of the name. It's just like pretty much whipped egg whites and sugar.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, what is it called? French pastry? It's not even a pastry. French. Whipped egg whites with sugar. I'm just typing that into Google. That's not what I call them. Oh yeah, merengue.
Oh.
So it's just yeah. Um, it was like yeah. Anyways, besides the point, we went to Paris or whatever, and then I guess my mom had baked them or whatever before.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a really big deal, but it was just like they had like the giant ones that were like bigger than my face.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Paris is like known, well, France is like known for like making them or whatever because it's where they come from.
Yeah.
I guess. Like just Europe, right?
Yeah.
And and Cambry says, "You can draw a hand?" So
Oh, bye, Theo.
they're just
Thank you for
Yeah.
joining the stream.
bye, Theo. So, they're just, like, so big or whatever, and I remember, like, they, like, surprised me one time by taking me to this bakery where they had, like, big ones, and it was, like, right before we were leaving,
Yeah.
to go back to the, America or whatever, and, it was just, like, a big surprise or whatever. That was really cute. Because I remember my mom was like really invested. She probably like thought it was like more fun for her to watch me than I had fun myself. Like I still had fun. But,
That's really cool though.
like it was just like to see my excitement and then to see her like see my excitement. It was just like a really cute moment.
Yeah, that's really precious.
Yeah. What about chat?
Does chat have any
Chat
memories?
have any favorite
All
childhood
two of
memories?
them. Because you count as a viewer, so there's just two of them.
Yeah.
How long is the stream delay is the question.
We've been on call for 1 hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but the stream delay is like substantial because my
Oh,
computer
the
is
stream
slow.
delay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they hear us quite a bit later than we talk.
Yeah. No, I know, like, you'll just be, like, talking, and you're like, no one's talking! And it's just because, like, we're just, like, still reacting to the conversation we had, like, an hour ago.
Yeah, basically. Welcome to having a really cheap computer. Hey, this isn't actually going as bad as I thought it would.
Yeah, it looks good.
My memory's severely limited. I mean, same, honestly.
Yeah.
I have like a few memories that'll just be like, that was a defining moment of my childhood or something like that, and you know, I will never forget that, but like, a lot of my memories are gone, and people would remind me stuff, and I'm like, that's like familiar, but I don't remember it happening.
Yeah, like, my parents will just be like, remember this? And they'll be like, it's just like a big event that, like, they probably spent, like, a lot of money on
Right.
to take me, and I was gonna be like, this very memorable thing, and I was like, who? Like, what? And they were like, no, you don't remember not even a single thing. And I'm like, no, I was like 2 years old. I don't really know how I'm supposed to remember that. And I'm like, dang it, well, we thought you would remember. That's why we invested in that.
Right. No, my parents gave me such huge birthdays when I was a kid, and I hardly remember anything about them.
Yeah, I think, like, parents just really get really excited about, like, oh, I
Having
can't wait to
kids.
show my kid this, I can't wait to show my kid that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's alright if we spend this amount of money because, like, you know, it's gonna be something that they're gonna have fun in. And then if they're too young, then they fall asleep as they're in the circus. And they just miss the entire show. Cough, cough, not me. At least I remember it. I just like fell asleep because it was really late at night. And then there was like a bunch of protesters and stuff, like,
Oh, man,
against, you know, the elephants and all that. And I was like, I'm against that too. But also, like, I want to see clowns. So, like, you know, we went and then, like, stood awake for, like, probably, I'm guessing maybe an hour. And then I was like, yeah, that's enough of my energy. I was just, like, then I was, like, really, tied. Like, I was like, what do you mean they're abusing the elephants? And I was like, well, we kind of already paid for tickets. I was like, kind of just like tired, like, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, the amount
Like-
of fights I've gotten to with people, like, anyways.
Yeah.
The whole environmental stuff, I always get in fights with people online about, more than anything else, honestly. Well, I used to. I don't, you know, pick fights anymore because I'm just done with people, as a rule.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone was, like,
It's just,
super
like-
upset about this video of an elephant, like, painting himself, a picture of himself. And
Yes,
and then I
I've
was
seen
like,
those.
this person's like, oh, that's a symbol of abuse, you know, the elephant's been abused, that's why he's doing that. I'm like, what the flip are you talking about? This is a nature
Yeah.
reserve where they saved this elephant's life from a trap. And he's like, give me evidence, send me pictures. And I'm just like, I'm not responding to this is so stupid.
Yeah. No, some people, like, they don't even do their research. So I'm just like, how about you do your research before you start a fight, you know?
I mean, even if you're right, why are you angry at me about it? I didn't do
Yeah.
that.
But it's just like, they just kind of pull these ideas out of nowhere, and then, like, when someone's like, those ideas are wrong, and then they're like, well,
How dare you attack
send me
my
evidence.
identity?
How about you send yourself evidence, you know?
Yeah. People are funny.
MK Breeze says, do you like Miraculous? Like, Miraculous Ladybug? Question mark?
You're talking about French, so.
Oh, that's true.
I've never watched it, so I have no clue.
I've watched it, and it's kind of like those things that just suck up my time, even though I'm not, like, so, I wouldn't say I like it. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship where I use it to entertain myself, but also, like, I have moments, because it is, like, a literal kid show, so I have moments where I'm like, bro, this is stupid, like, why is this a thing? Like, the new movie that they did,
Yeah.
I was literally screaming at the TV. Like, they literally made, like, they had the series, and then Netflix was just like, excuse me, can we get the rights to, Miraculous Ladybug? And can we just do this? And then, you know, because, Netflix has made, like, some pretty good animated films, as of
It's
late.
not a
So,
rule,
like,
it's an exception.
Yeah, so, Reckless Ladybug was like, yeah, of course, I need the animation and all that, like, it's gonna be great, and then you get this, where it's just like, oh, boy meets girl in the library, she knocks some books over, he comes and picks up the books, and then it turns out that he actually did pick up the books, which is really bizarre and out of character, and they, like, made everything generic. I was like literally screaming at the TV because like the first song was just like, oh, don't worry, honey, you'll do great at school. Just believe in yourself. And then she breaks out into song as she's on the way to school.
Oh no!
And then just like, she's literally just walking to school, and then like the show, it's probably like, I don't know, a couple minutes away, and it's just like an hour song. And it's just like, okay. And it's just like something like, it's okay, honey. You have me to support you, you know, or something like actually more in depth. It's just believe in yourself. Okay,
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh man.
MK Breeze like points it out pretty good. It's so painful to watch, but I can't stop. I think I'm only watching it because I just want it to be finished. Yeah, I agree. But like Netflix won't even actually show me what's actually like been released, which is so dumb. Like, how are you gonna have a movie but not have the show released? So it's like, okay, Netflix, I see you.
Yeah, I've been really behind on like all those kind of movies just because my family as a rule has we're boycotting Netflix just because of the show they put on there that was very immoral.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched Netflix in a very long time.
Yeah. I agree. It's just like, I don't know. It's
I mean,
kind
I
of,
would if it wasn't
it's
that
kind
like
of habitual sin, but it's just like to be careful what you watch, and also like you don't want to be funding people that are like that. But then all out of nowhere, all of a sudden, they give you actually good religious content. So it's like, I guess depending on who's making the movies in Netflix, because it's not just like one person dictating it all. It's just like.
But at the same time, I'm not going to support a corporation that is putting pedo stuff on. I'm not going to support a corporation that does that. So I'm fine, you know, paying to rent videos off of Amazon. Or I actually found this really, it's called Redbox. It's kind of really sketchy place to get movies from, but that's what I use now because it's cheaper than Amazon.
We used to get like the DVDs and stuff from the like,
Netflix when it used to be Touchgrass Corporation.
Yeah. No, it's just like at this point, because, you know, we really don't have much to do in our house. So it's kind of like, the only place we can really get entertainment.
Yeah,
which is,
I mean,
like,
I'm not judging other people
kinda-
for
No, I
using it
know.
because I
Because
understand I would
I
use
also
it.
struggle with that. I also struggle with that where it's like moral. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
watch it, does that make it
Well,
like
I mean, I'm not
okay?
a big movie watcher anyways, especially when I have no one to watch it with. And
Yeah.
so it's not like a big sacrifice for me just to not subscribe to Netflix. Also, I probably couldn't afford it right now anyways because
Yeah.
minimum wage is fun, but
Yeah, no. But working at the Genesis museum, the Creation Museum,
Yeah.
seems like really, really cool.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Like-
I love it.
It's just like I could just like imagine it. Like I want to search it to see the aesthetic. But I just like hearing like the Notes Art Cafe and all that. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is a dream come true. It's like my little action Bible coming to life.
Yeah. Conversation died. I didn't really know how to respond to that.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
I was also doing some talking is fun. I am definitely a socially adept person that knows how to converse with people.
Obviously, yeah, me too, obviously. You know what? I think right now I'm going to draw Material Girl. Material Girl Daniel. It's,
This should be the next DTIYS or whatever it's called. It's Material Girl
Yeah.
Daniel.
Material Girl Daniel. So slay. So cool.
So stupid.
Oh my god. What am I doing with my life?
What are you doing with my life?
You know what? It's gonna be a bald, short, noseless
Oh no.
Daniel. Or just bald, shortless.
How is that even
Material
Daniel
person.
anymore? Oh my goodness. You're just mocking me at this point.
Now I gotta get back to that drawing of Shard.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. That character I was telling you about that's bald and has no nose, she over time evolved into
Yes!
Shard.
Yes, I saw it because I was looking for reference in your art fight. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I didn't know she was like not like human. And I was like, that's cool. And
Yeah.
Then, and then I was just like, ignores that ref and goes to the human one.
No, literally, I've been really struggling trying to figure out how to, like, fix her alien form. But
Yeah.
the story, I really love this. For a while, I was like, I hate the story so much. I need to work on it or I just need to drop it. Then recently, it was Sunby who was, like, asking me to draw some of my older characters that, she remembered from when I just started my channel. And I'm like, I just instantly fell in love with her story again. It's such a fun story.
Yeah.
Although it breaks a lot
That's
of
cool.
rules about how to write books. Whereas I changed
Yeah.
the genre, like, halfway through and all that stuff, so... How do you even draw hair? Like, I can't do this without line art. It's so flippin' difficult.
Yeah. Who even knows? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'll just like be scrolling through like my gallery and then realized that, like, oh my god, hi, Pee-Pee.
Who?
It's my aunt in the chat. Like, I just looked up at the TV and I was like, oh, I know that person.
Your family's just raiding my stream.
Yeah, my mom was like, send me the link, and then she immediately, like, shared it in the group chat.
Well, I guess next time we need to do it on your channel.
So I just remembered of the little sploodle adopt that I don't think I ever got back to you.
No, I was wondering about that the other day. I'm like, I wonder if she just, like, completely forgot or came up at some point.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Well, congratulations! You have one!
Yay. I don't even know if I can find it now anymore.
I responded to you.
Okay.
So it'll probably
Hopefully.
notification, and then, yeah, if not, I could share it too if you want me to do that.
I should find it. I can find it.
Okay.
Anteater Animation just posted something. I have no new notifications. You might have to
share it
share
just
it. Yeah. You might have to do it again. Uh-oh. Is that my grandma texting me? Flip, she texted me at 4 o'clock and I didn't see it.
Oh
She gets so scared when I don't reply because I guess she thinks I'm depressed or something and like I'm about to kill myself every time I don't reply. And I'm like, Umi, I just am doing something else.
no!
She stresses me out just because she's always stressed out about me, so.
Yeah, it's like, don't stress out.
I'm not dying, I'm okay. I just sometimes don't get notifications. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. We'll just call this practice for, in the future when I might do art. And just leave it at that because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's how I cope, is that I'm gonna finish it just because it's practice. Even if I don't like how it's going so far. His face is so off. Now I've been working on the hair, I can tell.
I'm just looking at the stream and then, like, his face just, like, disappears. It comes back. Like, the power of layers. It's
Yep.
just so bizarre.
It's not cheating, it's just utilizing the tools given to me.
Exactly. I'm going to attempt to draw shard, and traditionally, at least for the sketch,
Okay. Have fun.
because it is not eating.
I realized, like, after I asked you to draw Shard, I realized, wait a second, that's like my hardest character to draw.
Like, I think it'll be simple. It's just I can't draw right now, like, at
No,
all.
I mean, I guess it's just how my art style, I have to, like, put in a lot of details with how my characters look, so there's, like, certain things I'll be, like, when I draw her, I make sure to include, so, yeah, if you don't have those, it's probably easy. But I'm definitely looking forward to her having piercings, because I don't know how to design stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it was just like, I'm pretty sure it was like a stylized choice, but like on the tip of her nose, she has like a little shiny,
Oh.
and I was like, is that a nose piercing?
No.
It had like light art on it, and I was like, it's probably just a stylized, but I want to make sure I get her
Yeah.
accurate.
I can't stand nose piercings, so you can assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a stylized choice. My beautiful
Okay,
yawning lion.
traditionally it's working so much better. I'm also kind of tempted to use like do a portrait of the reference I'm using. 'Cause she looks so pretty.
Which one are you using?
It's a like oh I don't know how to explain Pinterest. Like pins on Pinterest, so I guess I'll just like post it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were using like one of my art pieces. I'm like, wait a second, what are you?
Yeah, no, ah.
I just am showing chat
Like-
what you mean by shard. All
Yeah.
3 of them. This is my character Shard. She's probably one of my favorite characters I've ever designed, which is why she's still here
Yeah.
and hasn't been abandoned because
I also love Bean Bun, like so cute.
yeah, Bean Bun is one of my favorite designs too. Even though he has like literally no story at all. Oh, I got the notification for the spoodle.
Okay, cool.
Do you want a character or an art? I guess is what I offered.
What?
What do you want to for return? To return that. What do you want in return for him?
Oh, I don't want anything in return. You already drew a chibi, so.
Oh, that's true. We'll count that.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just wanted to like draw something and, you know.
Yeah. Dang it. Art is so hard, man. Why did I choose this as my hobby? Like, there's so many easier things I could do.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I like got so you know how like you could clip things if you like hold on pictures on your like gallery.
Yeah.
So like I did it once before, but I didn't know how I did it, and then I just realized like how to do it again. And like
Yeah.
I like totally got like ADHD dodo brain or whatever. I was just like trying to see everything that I could clip, and then I realized that I couldn't clip the things that I wanted to clip. So
What am I doing? Why do we get this?
I also have like just a bunch of frogs like saved on my phone. So I was just like,
No, that's
which one should I
literally me.
use as your profile picture?
No, I have 3 main things on my phone. Pictures of my cats from Papua New Guinea, pictures of frogs, and random art I found on Pinterest that I really want to know how to draw like.
Yes.
I have no pictures of myself, so people are like, send me a picture, and I'm like, I don't have any.
Yeah. I just take like the 0.5 goofy like very disproportionate photos of myself. Unless like I do like my makeup or whatever, and then I like actually take some serious ones.
Yeah.
But like
All the
other than
pictures I
that,
have of
I'm just,
myself.
like,
All the
yeah.
pictures I have of myself
just,
is like my mom took of them, or like a family friend or something took them.
Yeah. But most of them are just goofy. Jeremiah will be able to hear soon.
Yay.
It's the sketch is a little wonky, but it's also because I can't like do like a 3/4 face right now apparently.
No worries.
But-
Anything you'll do will be beautiful.
Yeah. But it's looking like a lot better than what I was working with earlier.
Oh my goodness, I just remembered Dylan wanted to do a video with me, my brother Dylan. But
Yeah.
since we're in different time zones, like we were talking about before, it's really hard to have like a time that we can both do something since he's in school and I have work, and it's really hard for us to like. So I was like, how about we just do a video together instead of a stream, and you just like record your part of it and I'll record mine. He's like, yeah, okay, fine. What do you want to do? And I'm like, how about I redraw your art? So he just sent me of him doing pixel art, but the entire time he's got his hair fluffed up like Bob Ross. He's speaking in the Bob Ross voice, but he's doing pixel art.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so funny.
That is great.
I was wheezing all the way through.
That is fantastic.
And it's so funny because he recorded his face while he was doing it, like he's trying to one-up me or something that I don't record my face when I do my videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dylan, I don't have a webcam. He's such
The
a
hair.
silly dude.
How do you draw her hair? Now I'm understanding what my friends go through when they have to draw Lucas. And I'm like, it's so easy. And I literally show them how to draw it. And then they like still struggle. And like,
But
now
white hair is
struggle.
actually really hard. Because like you have to be really careful with the colors, and then trying to get them to match like the rest of the painting. It's hard.
Yeah. For me, it's just like she got like this aerial swoop kind of thing going on.
Oh
and, like,
yeah. The only
I don't know
way
how
of
to draw
hair-
that. It's like cheat corners.
I made her have straight hair because like none of my characters do. If you look at my characters, most of them have, you know, curly hair. Just because I like curly hair better than straight hair. But I was like, I'm gonna have to have one character in my main cast of characters that has straight hair. So I gave her straight hair, and I had to immediately learn how to draw straight hair because I'd never done it before.
Nice.
I've made myself study something and cause myself pain. I don't know why. I did
Okay, I
that.
think I'm gonna like put her hair up. Because I'm just struggling.
No worries. When
You
I
know
was
what? It's gonna be a mess, but it's gonna be great.
when I was younger artist, I would always draw my characters barefoot. Like that was just like something I always did. I kind of like wanted to be known for always drawing my characters barefoot. So I never learned how to draw shoes, and I still don't know how to draw shoes. So now when I have to draw shoes, it's like and I'm really good at drawing feet, which made someone really concerned about my mental well-being. They're like, wow, you're really good at drawing feet and like nothing else. And I'm like, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, when I draw shoes, I normally just, like, I don't like to draw, like, sandals or anything. I just, like, draw sneakers and then, like, draw these really goofy sneakers where it's just, like, a brick with some details and then, like, a little Dorito for, like, the, like, flap of the shoe. And then just, like, very zigzag laces.
So I can't even do that. I'm just bad at shoes. Which means there's worse things to struggle with. You just don't have to draw shoes sometimes.
Yeah. You could struggle at noses like I am.
Noses will always be one of my main enemies when it comes to art.
Just an absolute downfall. MK Breeze asks, is there any art and Christian YouTubers you like to watch? Well, for example, I like to watch Dark Student.
I like watching this guy called Full of Eyes.
Sunbee.
Oh yeah, Sunbee, of course. The OG. There's this guy called Full of Eyes. He does animations, Christian animations. He's so good at it too. His stuff is absolutely amazing. So I like watching his stuff.
Yeah. You got Tick, well, I guess Simple Toast. You got Infinite Fur. You got like bigger YouTubers that like say that they're Christian, but that like it's not really like they're pumping out like
It's not
you
why.
know,
That's not why they do YouTube.
yeah, they're like doing art for their like channel, but then they're not gonna like deny that they're Christian,
Right.
you know?
Which means at least a step
So,
in the right
like-
direction.
Yeah. So like we got trying to think of names. Peach Melon, really
Yeah.
good artist.
I had subscribed to her when she had like only 200 subscribers, so I was one of her
Ooh, nice.
starting friends, I guess. But then she forgot me, so yay.
Aw, that's so sad.
Well, no, because like our connection was between one of my friends who kind of really distanced herself from me, so I never really had a reason to talk to her anymore. So it was my
Yeah.
fault that we just kind of like, you know, went our separate ways.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
What are clothes even? What is this mess that I've just created? What?
It looks good though.
It looks like he's wearing like melted chocolate instead of clothes.
Oh my gosh.
Now you can't
First was
unsee
the-
it.
With the material girl, and now it's just like chocolate.
He's an Oompa Loompa material girl now. I should have saved the material girl layer and just turned it off. I should have. What was I thinking? It was funny. I have
It's
rare
alright.
moments of
Just always
comedy.
go back in stream. Just go back in time.
Or I can do it again. Now that he has
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
Now that he has hair.
Just like put like a clipping layer on the hair and just like make it like pink or something. It's so perfect.
What the heck? Oh, I know what I was doing wrong.
But this will definitely be interesting if we have like an actual like strong debate instead of us struggling to like come up with things to talk about.
Well, it's a little bit better than when I'm by
Like-
myself and I'm just like sitting in silence before I realize that I remember that I have people in the stream with me.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a really cool experience. Oh my god, it's pink! It's definitely a really cool experience.
Yeah,
And I thank you for that.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's a whole lot less boring for me when someone else is doing it with me.
Yeah. Oh my god, material girl! Uh, oh my god, so luscious! So beautiful! Oh my god! So luscious! Oh my gosh.
This is how you get demonetized really, really quickly. Speedrun getting kicked off of YouTube. I was offensive and now I'm doing weird stuff on stream, so I'm on fast track. He's beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh yeah. Those customized nails.
So stupid.
Yes, the sparkles and everything. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
The Bible Illustrated guy's pretty good. I haven't seen Bible Illustrated in a long time.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe like next time. I don't know. It was like really rushed when we did this. We were just like, this is a good idea. We should do it. We're free tomorrow. We should do it tomorrow. It was like, it really was like just perfect timing. Cause like, you know, I
We both had a
hurricane
day off. Yeah.
and you had a day off, so it was like perfect, superb. You know. But it's just like that's the only thing that is just we don't have a set. So like we had a set idea, but then now we're talking about customized nails with Material Girl. So it was just like I don't know. It's still really cool. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah. It's okay to be silly now and then. Not every one of my streams has to be serious.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Color theory is hard.
No, like for me, color theory, it's just like I overthink color theory. Like I'll be like, so my friend's like obsessed with Star Wars. So she likes me to draw like Ahsoka a lot. I don't know if you know who that is, but she's like her skin is like an
Oh
orangey.
yeah.
And then she has like her outfit's kind of blue, and then she has like parts of her that are blue. So I'm like gonna like go to color in the background. I was like, wait, should I do it blue or orange? Blue or orange? And I realized like, wait, her character is already complementary. So what am I supposed to do? And I was like overthinking this for like such a long period of time. I was like, I'm not gonna color the background. It's just gonna be white. Ah, the shroud is looking good now. Okay.
Yay.
Yippee.
What on earth is behind? Oh, I know what that is. It's like, why is there a dark blob behind his head when I remove the layer?
What was the last time you painted or drew on the wrong layer?
Like 5 seconds ago. I'm giving up on like being upset about it. I just like, oh, I guess I have to undo everything. Oh no.
Yeah. No, I've been really surprisingly pretty good at it. And then like this one day, it was just like completely wrong layer. So much time and all that in the wrong layer. And it hits different when you're on a streak and you just like you're good, you know, paint on the wrong layer, you're great, you know.
Yeah.
Doing great, and then just all of a sudden it's
Nope.
just no.
Oh, I forgot to even back his shirt. There he goes. Yeah. I think I could have done better if I was like focusing more on the art, but it's fine. Everything is the same color, which is unfortunate. I should change the color of his clothes.
Yeah, I mean you could like probably put a big layer and it'd probably be
It's
easier
the
than
miracle of Krita is you can change the color of things without having to like redo the shading, which is really cool.
ooh, nice.
So now he's a blue shirt because I wanted to, or I can give him a red shirt if I wanted to. No, red is too close to his skin tone. I can give him a green shirt, which looks really weird.
You could do blue is complementary, so yeah.
Yeah, probably blue is best. That's one of my first assumptions, but now I'm like, green?
Yeah, blue or green.
Good. Not you, the layer.
Okay, my mom needs help, so I'm listening, just gonna be muted.
Okay. Good time to look at chat. No time to tune in, but good morning. Hi, Stargift. Even if you're still here, I'm happy that you're here. I'm drawing derpy lions. I turned on the material curl layer.
back. Ooh,
Welcome
that
back.
line's looking good.
By the way, she's yawning, not biting him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Mama, are you okay? Oh. Okay.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
It's just like the cake pans or whatever.
Oh, I see.
It's just really loud when they touch each other for no reason. I could she dropped something or something broke. But it's okay. We're good.
Stargift was in here for like 5 seconds and then left, so.
Gosh darn.
You missed her.
Yeah. This Sean drawing is not the best, not the worst. I'm doing really thin line art for literally no reason, and I'm questioning why.
Good
I'm
practice.
wanting to suffer.
Whoever told me that line art was a good sign that you're getting thinner line art is a good sign that you're getting better art really ruined my life for several months where I was trying to learn how to do thinner line art. But now I can do it, so I guess I have another skill in my bag, but it does not mean anything about my level of art. Sometimes my art looks better with thicker line art.
Yeah. Right now, I'm going thin line art over the sketch, the traditional sketch, and it looks pretty good. I don't know, I like it.
That's cool.
That's as soon as I turn the sketch off, it's it's not bad, but it's not what I want it to be.
Just for the record, I don't think I've ever drawn a lion before.
That's very good for not have ever drawn lion before.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
That's extremely good.
Oh, I did have to draw a lion for, Sunbee was looking at the reference images for the map that we're working on. I was doing the reference images. And it was a simple style, so I don't know if it really counts. It doesn't really look like a lion, but...
Yeah. I drew a lion for, class. It was, we're, learning about, the Scarlet Letter, whatever, and ELA. So it's learning about the Protestants and the way that red sinners in the hands of an angry God.
Oh yeah, I really love that.
Yeah. And it, has a part in it where it's just, it compares the devil to a lion that is hungry and it sees its prey and it expects to have it. So I used that, and then we had to, illustrate it, so I drew a line. It was, fairly simple, because it wasn't something that, it's not art class, it's just ELA.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Because I remember I would, watch a lot of tutorials and stuff on how to, draw, especially, big cats.
Yeah.
So,
Back when I was a Warrior fan, I did.
yeah.
Haven't in a long time, though. What the heck am I doing, man? This looks so really bad. It's the tongue that's bothering me the most, actually. I don't know why.
It looks good. You're acting like Maya right now. It looks good.
Help. It's the artist thing again. I'm not satisfied with it, so I have to work on it until I am.
My mother compliments your art. She says it looks very nice.
Thank you. Tell her thank you for me.
I will. Okay. I think this is what I'm going to do. Okay, cool. Just talks to itself. I'm gonna give Shard a basic triangle. A Shard triangle. I have no idea. It's not that original.
For what? For the background or what?
No, for her earring. It's like so simple.
That's fine.
She looks like a very mafia boss in my drawing.
As she should be.
Yes, as she should.
I don't think I'm gonna draw the second lion. I think I'm just gonna be lazy and
Mood. Or just like come back to it later.
I'm just gonna draw the rest of the female's body.
Yeah.
Because I don't
It's
really.
just like a simpler style. It would probably feel more manageable, but it's just like,
There's no way I'm gonna draw an entire lion's mane without line art.
yeah. How does one's neck attach to body?
Well, I mean, if you're drawing her in her alien form, it doesn't.
I am not drawing her in her alien form, therefore I have to suffer with a neck.
Sounds like a skill issue. You have a neck? Sounds
Yeah.
like a skill issue.
Yeah, I think it just
Can't imagine having a neck.
start. Yeah, just don't have a neck.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Okay, I would send a picture of the like sketch, because it actually looks decent,
Okay.
before I mess it up by turning off the sketch layer. I have no idea what it looks like. Hold on, I want to flip it real quick. I'm scared. Nope, not gonna flip it. Nope, nope. I take it back. I take it back. It's really slanted when I flip it. You know what? Liquid tool.
Yeah, liquefy. The artist's
Yeah.
best friend. I'm actually gonna do that myself because I was looking at his face again. I'm like, that's not what lips are supposed to look like.
I love liquefy. That didn't do anything. No. Maybe this one. Maybe like a little up, up and down, and round and round. I don't know which one looks better. I'm going to send you both,
Okay.
and then we'll see. One's slanted, but I don't know. It's like kind of stylized. I don't know. Oh yeah, your profile is Kermit. I changed it to Kermit, and he's just like
So
chilling.
passive
And
aggressive.
he's like a mini Kermit, like a Kermit toy. This is so beautiful.
You know what your profile picture is?
No,
Just the letter E, because I haven't changed it.
just default. I'm a default skin, guys. Oh my gosh, it looks so naked once I turned off the sketch. 'Cause it's such thin lines. I've got no line depth. Okay. Okay, which one looks better when it's flipped? And which one looks better?
I just typed my password 5 times incorrectly. So is the first one flipped or no? Sorry?
Huh?
Jeremiah's here, yay!
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference, honestly, between the two of them.
Yeah, it's like very subtle.
Oh, it's the eye that's moving, I see.
Yeah.
I kind of like the second one.
Because it adds.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. Either way, it's fine
I
with
don't
me.
know.
Either way, it's fine with me.
But the slit like kind of adds to character, but then the second one is just more accurate.
Whatever. It all looks good.
Thank you. I think I'll just. I don't know. I think I'll just give up. Just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding. Okay, it's time to add line depth. Because there's nothing here right now.
I might actually be able to finish an art piece on stream for once.
Oh yay! Let's go!
It'll be like the first time.
What theological controversy is there here today? LOL, Jeremiah.
You're not allowed
That
to
was
talk
such
about
a
theological.
weird way.
You're banned from theology, Jeremiah.
Yeah, that was such a weird way for me to like say it. Instead of saying Jeremiah said blah 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 blah, I started saying it, and then I'm like, said Jeremiah. Like, what the heck? Anyways, I guess I should actually answer the question. We talked about Daniel, and then it spiraled off into
Job.
interesting, yeah,
Material
Job, and then
Girl.
interesting things.
Jeremiah, I have to show you Material Girl.
Yes, Material Girl. Now with the line in the background, like she's saying yes. and
She's
so
literally
just,
slaying.
Like, yawning. Yeah.
I had to add fake eyelashes to the lion too. Hold on.
Oh yes. That's beautiful. Material Girl. What? How did that happen? My mom sees it and she says, "Poor Daniel." Poor guy. What are we doing? Called Strange Tangents. Oh my god, yes, the lipstick. Oh my god, the lion Loki looks like my dog. Does it look like Princess Moa? It's Princess. Yeah, she got those long lashes too.
So bad. Sorry, my audio went out for a moment. The theological controversy plaguing us is that which pertains to material girls. Your audio didn't go out. That was literally the natural conclusion of our conversation.
Just like, yeah.
Theology, no. Material girl.
Wrong. Also, what do you mean I'm banned from theology? What? That's Jeremiah.
I was just kidding. Just kidding.
I hate saying said Jeremiah. I hate that. Jeremiah said.
Oops, I accidentally turned off the Holy Spirit. Where did it go? There, I found it. That was such a weird sentence.
I was like so absent-minded when you first said that, and you're like, oh, whoops, I turned off the Holy Spirit, and I was like, you just turned off your own Holy Spirit? What? There's a button for that?
Even in context, that was pretty weird.
I mean, to be fair, kind of like shut him down every once in a while, you know? It's just like, we know better, and then the Holy Spirit's like, well, no, you don't. I'm here to guide you, not lead you astray. So why are you going astray?
Stop it. Get some help. Ah.
It looks so pretty. I can't.
Wait, so was there actually no real theological discussion that happened during the stream? We were talking about Daniel at the beginning of the stream, and then it just kind of went off the rails.
Yeah.
We've kind of come back to it every now and then, but you know, you put us in a room together, not much is gonna get done.
For real. Yeah, it was kind of just like, there's a point to be made, but it will be sloppily made, at least for me, I don't know. So like, kind of just like, go to brain. Like, what? Who, what? Daniel is a vibe, what about him? Said Jeremiah! Ah! Oh my god. Jeremiah said, Daniel is a vibe. What about him?
We were talking about how you can kind of apply Old Testament scriptures to the New Testament where, you know, Daniel stood up against everyone, you know, the status quo, just to, you know, follow God's rule, even in the silly things like food and stuff, quote-unquote silly things, and, God rewarded him for it, so we made the connection that that's how we should live our lives too.
Yeah. Like, what other people say about you shouldn't affect what you say about yourself and what you say about God, you know?
Yeah. What am I doing? I'm over here really struggling with art while also trying to answer this question, and neither are doing well right now.
Working. Yeah. Jeremiah said, yeah, I don't know that there's anybody who is not a heretic that thinks that the Old Testament is totally irrelevant to the New, but yeah, that's good.
Basically said, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once I finish this shard art, I'm probably gonna have to study, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to it. It's an AP class too, so it's not something that is just like, you know, you learn this in class. Like, we have so much to learn. It's only like the third week of school. Why are we testing already?
Imagine being in school, I can't even.
For real? Like, skill issue?
Just get older faster.
Exactly.
Just stop
Just
it.
grow. Which is funny because I'm like extremely short. Just grow.
Something doesn't look right, and I will know as soon as like I close this and then open it again. But right now I can't figure out what's wrong with it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I actually like about going to like art class in school is that like yeah is that like I'll have time to process in between everything that I do because like gotta change classes, then you gotta wait a day, then you come back and then you're like, oh, here we go,
Yeah. Something's wrong and I can't tell what.
Jeremiah said, y'all think the church is the new Israel, or to what extent do you think the old covenant is in continuity with the new? I don't know.
The
I
new
just
covenant
read
is
you.
a fulfillment of the old covenant. Sorry? What'd you say?
Oh, I just said, I don't know. I just got here. That one meme.
the
My opinion.
the new covenant is a fulfillment
Yeah.
of the old covenant, so it's not like, oh, it still has some regard to us. It's the reason why that there's a new covenant is because there's an old covenant. You know, men have sinned. People are still, if they're not Christians, I think they're still under the old covenant, except now that there's more judgment upon death. Like, people still sin. We can't follow God's perfect standards. And so people who aren't under the new covenant fall under the old covenant, which means that there's no way they can save themselves and they're going to go to hell.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, yeah, you explained it pretty well.
I'm just waiting for him to reply.
Yeah. And I think, it's not so much like, but like, I don't know. It's not like the Israel thing. It's not something that I'm like really versed in.
Yeah, I've never really
But it's just like,
heard of anyone calling it the new Israel.
yeah. But it's like, I know like the whole second coming and stuff is like sort of dedicated, like he will come from the east, right? So it's like kind of that aspect or whatever. But like as long as you yourself, like as long as you're worried about your salvation, I think it's like not a big sort of hurdle to think about that. I didn't even know. I just need to be versed in it. That way I could actually talk about it.
Mm. I don't think the church can be compared to Israel, except in the fact that it's God's chosen people. That's about, I think, as far as it can go. I mean, I've heard really good arguments for, like, what's it called, like, anyways, it's where you believe that Christianity should become, like, a kingdom, like, it's a kingdom on earth, like a physical kingdom, which, I mean, I've heard really good arguments for, but I'm like, that's not, like, why Jesus sent us here. He wants us to advance his kingdom, which is saving souls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I've just never really heard of that. So, yeah.
I'm with you.
Like,
I don't want to like answer and then be wrong because I haven't heard of it before, so.
yeah. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, like.
Wow, my computer turned off.
Who knows? that's the problem with debates that I don't know anything about. It's just like, I'm just like, I don't know. But it's funny because in my AP class, we do a lot of like debates, and pretty much we do less writing, and it's more just saying what you know,
Yeah.
which I feel like I work better in, because I don't know, I like to talk about things that I know because it makes me feel smart. Also, like, no one else in that class actually talks, so I'm like always like talking to the teacher, which like, you know, makes me feel good because it makes me feel like I'm doing things that I should be. So it's like, I'll just, you know, be chilling and I'm all happy, right? And then she'll like ask a question that I don't know the answer to, and I just like stay quiet, like, I've already done most of the talking, like, someone else can answer this anyway.
Right.
So it kind of balances everything.
And then no one
out.
says anything, so she thinks the entire class is just stupid.
Yeah. It's just like, it works out anyways.
Jeremiah says, I guess you didn't really directly answer the question. It sounds like a no, but I'm not sure. Whether you say yes or no, you hold a mainstream acceptable position instead of be too nervous. I'm not really nervous about, like, not being acceptable. I just don't want to be wrong. Because being online, I have some small amount of authority talking to you guys. So, like, I don't want to say something and then be wrong later.
I just don't know what to say if I don't know what I'm talking about. You know? Because, like, I don't know, it's, like, very important that I actually know what I'm talking about so I know how to say it and what to say.
Yeah. I have not heard of, like, there being a debate around the church being a new Israel. This is like a weird idea. I'm like, no, the church is the church. Israel's Israel. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Yeah. Oh, here's a good question. What do you think about, like, processed foods and stuff?
Like, whether we're supposed to eat it or not, or what?
Yeah.
Is this a moral question or a health question?
Well, because it's like, God wants us to take care of our temple, right?
Oh, I see.
So it's like, they're not really good for us, you know?
Yeah.
Which is funny, because, you know, like, I eat, like, so much processed food. Because, you know, candy is delicious. It's like, you know, I don't take that much care of my body as I should. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you kind of just answered your own question, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think...
try conversate.
No, I understand. I think, honestly, it's really hard to live in America without eating processed food, because it's just, you know, it's everything you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
So I can't, like, judge someone for eating processed food, but I definitely, if you have other options, take them, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeremiah said, there's a real debate around that. It affects the issue, like, infant baptism and the trajectory of the world. Also, Calvinism becomes impossible if the church isn't the new Israel. Well,
I'm not a Calvinist anyways, so...
Yeah, that's, like, for the Calvinists to, like, answer.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think the church is the new Israel in the sense of, like, how we're supposed to behave, I guess. The only connection I see is that we're God's chosen people. Like, it's not... And the only... another connection, I guess, would be that heaven is referred to as the new Jerusalem kind of thing, but other than that, I don't see a lot of, like, reasons to refer to the church as the new Jerusalem. I don't even know, like, what you're entailing by that. Like, does that mean we follow the Old Testament laws, or I don't even know what you're getting at.
My mom was just, like, confused with, like, the debate thing. And she's just like, is this person, like, starting fights? She's not saying that, apparently. Not happening. Okay.
Yes, Jeremiah starts fights all the time. He's the worst. I'm just kidding.
Man.
No, we love you, Jeremiah.
Yes, we do. We love the challenging of our brains.
I love that he's like the only person that really ever comments on my streams, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
So she's like, she said the church is church and Israel is Israel. She's like very like two separate things.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was saying.
the church is like the life or whatever. What he said? Yeah. So she said he's coming back for his wife, which is the church, and he's coming back for Israel.
Yeah.
No, Jeremiah, you're not starting fights. You're starting friendly debate. There's a difference.
We're just messing with you.
Yeah.
Why is Krita not? Stop it. Get some help. What are you doing? Why are you like this?
Okay, I think I'm just gonna pray that colors save this. It's so thin. It almost looks like your style. Like not really, but like not at all actually. But just like it's just so thin.
It looks like your style, not actually. It's just
It looks just
What are
like,
you trying to
not
tell
even-
me?
not- it looks inspired. No, actually, it's totally two different things. Never. Like,
What
it's
are you
like how
trying to
this
say?
chain of events just happened. It's like, yeah, no, never mind.
That was so weird.
The colors.
Yay.
Ooh, it looks so nice. Oh wait. I can't see my reference. My sketch is covering it. There we go. Totally forgot to like. I don't want to say this, like make it weird, but like I totally forgot to line her clothes. Like, I don't know.
Whatever. People don't need clothes.
Hashtag not in a weird way.
Don't
but...
demonetize me. Jeremiah says that I've never started a fight ever. Nobody's ever yelled at me over theology. Not once in my life. It never happens.
That's good. That's
It's
great.
almost as if I didn't yell at you yesterday over theology.
Yes. Just yes.
I'm still sorry about that. I feel really bad. I was like, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I just yelled at someone on stream.
Yes, I love. You know what? I really love drawing like skin.
Pardon?
Skin like blush? Question mark?
Yeah, the like blood in the skin. I like.
Like,
This
just,
isn't
like,
going
you know,
well.
making the skin vibrant, like blush and like the under eye bags and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shard has eye bags.
Yeah.
Partially because she thinks she doesn't need sleep, which is it's a lie. She definitely needs sleep.
The lie, it's all a facade. 'Cause, 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 Jeremiah said, it's fine, lol. I've been doing worse. I got cussed out by a religion major when street witnessing once because I said that Jesus was the only way.
Oh
It was
man.
pretty funny.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
disagree with you on that one. Something we
sometimes, like-
agree on. Whoa.
Yeah. So, like, there's this one guy or whatever that, like, gives words of wisdom. And he'll, like, react to, like, atheist and, like, Christian, like, TikToks and stuff like that. And he'll, like, say his input and most likely put, like, evidence as, like, a Bible verse. So, like, it's, like, a lot of information
Yeah.
that you can get from him. And I would go, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. And then at the very end of like his video, he says, if you agree with this, type amen in the comments. So I went in the comments, and I was like, and there's like, I wanted to just like say, and there was like so many amens, and I was like, I like started to get like really happy. I was like, oh my god, this is like getting really, like, a really good response.
Yeah.
Like, that's like so good for him, right? And then I like keep on scrolling, and then like the haters start popping in, and I was like, you know what? I'm in a silly, goofy mood. It's time to shut down some haters today. So I was like going through the comments, and then like I was like providing evidence of like it was like I was low-key being nosy, and like I was in a silly, goofy mood, and then I was just like after a certain point, I realized that I was just like starting fights, and I was like, this is wrong. So then I stopped doing it. But it was fun while it lasted. There's actually like a couple people that I actually got to like sort of help, and then the other people that just didn't respond because they were trying to start a fight, but they
Right.
didn't actually expect, because like this guy has like thousands of subscribers, so like for him to actually respond to every one of them is very unlikely. So they're probably just like, yeah, this is probably not gonna happen. But I'm like, you know, I'll be a hater gay. So they didn't expect me to just be in their comments like, hello, according to my calculations,
You're
yeah.
wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I used to be a menace on the internet. Like, in Christian comment channels. I would just attack any atheist I saw.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson, I guess. Now I know how to tell the difference between people that are just, saying stuff because they want to and people who are actually asking questions.
Yeah. Like, there was this, like, one kid that was, like, he was not having a good day. You could tell in his comment. And I was like, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm sorry. But, like, I don't even know if he, like, saw that comment. But if he did, like, he actually knows that someone actually cared, you know?
Yeah. Online ministry has got to be one of the hardest things just because you're not going to make a huge impact on somebody because all they have to do is, like, stop reading your comments or stop reading your post or,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
start getting uncomfortable. So it's really hard to, like, reach anybody online. So that's why I'm a huge, like, proponent for if you're trying to evangelize to people, do it in person. If you're trying to encourage Christians that already exist, do it online. It's fine.
Yeah, I agree. The nose isn't nosing again, but this time it's with the colors.
Jeremiah says, am I the only one here? Probably. The religion
Yeah,
major.
it looks like it. Yeah, because I am on my phone, on the TV, or not on my phone, but on my tablet, on the TV, and then Jeremiah's watching, so that makes
That's
it
three.
3 people watching.
Online ministry can be close to impossible unless someone online reaches out to you. In-person evangelism is better, like you said. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't mean I'm comfortable with in-person evangelism, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think, like, working at the Creation Museum, not so much that it's a Christian organization, just, like, having to be independent and having to, like, do stuff for myself has made me a lot more confident. So when I get a chance, I will be a whole lot more likely to actually share the gospel with someone.
Yep. I think I've watched you too much, like, drawing, like, Daniel, and, like, now you're just infiltrating my style. It's, like, the coloring is, like, looking very painterly, and I'm like, why do I gotta do this? Like, I'm not a copier, I swear.
No, it's fine.
But, like, I'll subconsciously do that, too. It annoys me. I'm like, I was original. What happened? Or, like, when my friend wants me to, like, draw, like, a character or whatever, I realized that I was trying to, like, draw the character in the, like, style of the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I doing this?
Why
I
even
have
bother?
a style. I was just like, okay, not sure.
No, when you
why
asked me
this
to draw
started.
Lupus and Volpace or whatever, anyways. Not Lupus, anyways, your two girl characters that you had me draw a while ago. I was like struggling really much to try to turn your style into my style because I'm like, there's so much shape language going on here that tells you so much about the character and I can't do it in my style.
Yeah, Lupus and Bree. I literally love that drawing of Lupus so much. Like, I can't. It's just so beautiful.
I also discovered that I can't really draw unnaturally colored hair very well.
That's, like, literally my friend's biggest problem. Like, I think it's also just how, like, the hair is, because it's kind of wacky. And she's just like, how do you draw this? And she's, like, coloring it. She's like, the colors aren't right. And I was like, it's okay.
I'm like, I'm literally eye-dropping the pictures she sent me, and I still can't get the colors right. What is going on?
Yeah. Or, like, when you're, like, drawing it or whatever, and then, like, the color language of your background doesn't match the other one, so it just, like, it looks wonky. But then as soon as you add, like, the background color, it's like, oh, it's the same thing. It's just like, yeah. But sometimes it's just, like, not the same color. Like, when you try to color drop, like, an actual picture, like, the skin color.
Yeah, it looks so
like,
weird.
It's just like, you're not purple.
Color context is so funny.
Yeah. Oh, she looks so cute. Oh, it's looking decent. I love that when that happens, when you're just, like, really struggling with an art piece, and then bam, it's like beautiful Picasso. You're just like, the struggle is worth it.
My Omi is calling me. I think I need to go eat soon. So
Okay,
I think I
that's
need to
fine.
end the stream soon, yeah.
Yeah, just let me know, like, exactly, like, when you want to stop it, like, 5 minutes before.
Kind of right now. She's
Right
panicking.
now, that's fine.
Yeah, she's panicking to, like, have me come up and eat. Hold on.
You're good. Like I said, I need to study, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to it. But thank you for doing this with me. It was a really cool experience.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got to have you on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well,
Even though we didn't really do theology.
It was fun. Yeah, hopefully we can get more people next time so we have more ideas to bounce off of.
Yep.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, thanks. Bye, I guess.
Yep, bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
Uh-huh.